fascinated human beings of all ages and of all classes. Little boys and big boys, young boys and old boys with long whiskers, even little girls, stare wide-eyed at the magician when he is performing tricks. Watch this Arab faker now and see if your eyes are as quick as his hands. Here he is, right out in the open, where he can't have any trap doors or mirrors or trained confederates to help him. I tell you, he's got to be good. Now, how on earth did he get all those flags into his mouth at the same time? You tell me. You know, I think they ought to send him to the Geneva to do some ballyhooing for the League of Nations. Say, his mouth must be like the subway, always room for one more. Now what's he up to? Oh, I see. He's showing us how to reduce the high cost of living by getting eggs without having to buy them from the grocers. I calls it unfair competition, I do. This is a good trick. Watch it closely. The magician pulls out yards and yards of cotton string and breaks it into many, many little pieces. Then he sets all these pieces on fire. To make them burn faster, he blows on them. Well, I guess that's the end of that string, all right. That's what you think, he says. For the string is in one piece again, and it doesn't show any trace of the fire. Believe me, that's some trick. But look, it isn't finished yet. When a magician rattles a box and plays a tune on his magic flute, there is sure something doing. Well, of all things, that string is burning again, and right in his mouth, too. Say, let's give him a hand. Now, if any bright little boy in the audience can figure out how this trick is done, I wish you would write to me about it. I saw the trick several times when I was in India. Well, I never could guess the answer. But perhaps you're better at guessing than I am. Anyway, it's a fine trick. But these fakers are not all alike. Here we have a fine-looking Hindu trying to attract our attention by a few simpler tricks. The bag seems to be empty, all right, doesn't it? And yet he draws an egg out of it. And now the egg is a coin. Say, did you ever see a coin walk up a hill before? Well, there it is. But the bird trick is his best trick. It's the most puzzling trick I ever saw. Watch him very closely now. The basket is empty, his sleeves are rolled up, he tosses the toy bird up in the air, and then pounds it good and plenty with his fist. The cloth has nothing fastened to it on either side. After all, he's sitting right on the ground, in the courtyard of our hotel, with just a plain piece of matting spread before him. What can he be fussing with under that cloth? And we begin to wonder what's happened to the toy bird. Well, can you beat it? A whole flock of